Coach, it was another tough contest for your team against the Stockton Heat. Another one-goal game. This one obviously just not finishing in overtime. Just your thoughts on your team's effort in another losing effort tonight.
Well, you know what? It's we're playing those games are pretty tight. There's not much space out there. First period we had 8 scoring chances, 4 to 3 against. Second period, I thought we started on the wrong foot. Shifts were a little bit too long. We tried to generate a little bit more offense and not necessarily respecting the plan. And then we got way better in the third. Then we got back to our team identity, which is playing a fast hockey game. We had all the chances that we needed to create in the third period to not only come back in this game, but to win this game. So, it's a lesson. We had some new players, like Vest was coming back in the lineup tonight, so we had to juggle with the lines a little bit, and then building chemistry between the new lines. There's a lot to like tonight, and there's a lot to learn from this game, especially in the second period, what we didn't do right. And in the third, what we did right. So comparing the two periods, that's going to be a good meeting the next time we meet with the team.
I was going to say, it seemed like the polar opposite of play for your team in a positive way, anyways, from the second and third period. Was it just a matter of sticking to the systems and sticking what worked in the previous 2 games, translating that into your third period?
Yeah, well, understanding what's in front of you, that's a skill that we need to develop. All players at this level and the NHL level, it's understanding the style of game that game is being played and adjusting your game. If it's not going well for you, then how can you adjust yourself so you're a productive player? Not necessarily, I'm not talking about points, but having positive shifts. And that's what we did. We had a reset after the second period, and we had a good reset for the third period. But it was just understanding the kind of pressure we were under and adjusting our game a little bit. And they're pretty smart guys, and they figured it out in the third period, and then we came back strong.
Last one for me, but on Cole Meyer's goal, it really all started with Nicolas Jones on a strong forecheck to strip the Stockton player of the puck. What have you seen from Nicolas in his first 2 games in Antlers, and how important is a play like that to lead to Cole's goal?
So when we talk about players, when somebody's asking me about a player and I have just a few words to explain that player, it means that this guy has created an identity for himself. And Jonesy, this guy is all about work, good sticks, and he's relentless. So that's what he is, and that's what he did on that shift. But he's like that every shift. Is he perfect? Nobody is. But his effort is perfect, and he's relentless on the puck. He's relentless every shift. It's all out, 100%, and he's been a very positive player for us so far this year. And on that play, he did what he does best, just being relentless on the forecheck, creating a turnover. Him and Meyer and a goal on that shift. So it was a good shift from all 3 of them, and we needed that play. We needed that goal. We needed that kind of momentum. So it's that's what he is. He's a relentless, in-your-face kind of player, and he's bringing a lot to the table.
We'll go next to Taylor Allen. Go ahead, Taylor.
Yeah, obviously you're happy to see guys like Christian Vesalainen and Marco Dano and Reichel, rejoin the team this week. But in a way, is there any challenges to introducing so many guys back into the lineup in such a short amount of time like that?
Yeah, more so when we can't really practice because we have so many games. We're going to play 16 games in 27 days, and we had a 2-week road trip in the middle of that. So it's developing the chemistry. Yes, it is a challenge. But it's part of the game, and it's part of figuring out how we still can be winning hockey games and how they can develop themselves. So we needed to adjust as well as far as the lines. The way we started and the way we finished was a little bit different depending on the performance of the players. But yeah, it is a challenge, but it's a positive one. You're getting, pretty good players. So it's positive.
And you kind of touched on it, but I mean, kind of like what Austin said as well. I mean, you guys have been in every game this week. Every game's been a one goal game. But just overall, what do you kind of think the story's been? How come you guys just haven't been able to maybe just get over that hump and take one of these games from them so far?
Well, every game was a different story. We had our chances. They had their chances. Special teams was a factor at some point in all three games. So it's. I can't tell you that there's one or two things. I think both teams played well. They played hard. Like I said, there's not much space out there. They defend well. We do as well. The first game was more goals, but coming from special teams mainly. And then the last two games, it's been pretty tight. So I can't say there's one thing that defines all three games. We were in those all of those three games. We could be sitting here and be on the winning side for three games. Just we're not, but I feel we could have won all three games.
And what was kind of your biggest takeaway from your power play tonight? 5 chances, just couldn't bury one.
Well, that's a new group. We'll need to practice this a little bit. Lots of the power play, it's just touching the puck, moving the puck quick, and bring pucks to the net. I felt the timing was a little bit off. The reaction was a little bit off. The way we released the puck was a little bit late. So it was a few things, but all the things that I just mentioned, we can correct that. We can fix that.
And after Saturday, you guys have quite the break until Laval comes to town. And also you would have liked to get a win so far since moving into the Iceplex. So just how kind of important would it be just to get a win on Saturday so you can, maybe enjoy those couple days off a little more and just get that first win out of your new home kind of out of the way?
Yeah, that's there's nothing like winning. At the end of the day, that's as a coach, as a hockey guy, for the players, for the team, there's nothing like winning. So we're going to keep pushing. We're going to keep working hard. We're going to get ready for that game. And I think we deserve a win. But we want to stay in the present and we want to stay in the moment. And we want to make sure that as a team and for the individuals on that team that we get better every game. What did we learn from today's game? How can we fix those mistakes the next game and bring what we did well, so getting better every single day, trying to find a way to get better for that game. And if we do things right, then we're going to be in a position to win that game.